Silverstone Castle is the newest family entertainment center or FEC in Massachusetts. Located in Swansea, this is an 87,000 square foot complex. It is a very well themed building with some unique offerings for an FEC. This place does a lot of things well, but a few activities are on the pricier side. Find out if this place is worth visiting in this review. Silverstone Castle opened in late 2025. The project was originally supposed to open in 2020, but it was delayed 5 years due to a series of issues. This included issues around the COVID-19 pandemic, labor shortages, procurement, and permitting. This was the brainchild of Joe Estrella, a Swansea resident. He had been considering an indoor FEC for years. After a vacation to an Irish castle, he has inspiration for the facility's overarching theme. Built at a cost of $20 million, this is located just off Route 6. It was built on the site of the former Coles River Family Fun Center, which had mini-golf, driving ranges, and batting cages. Whereas most FECs focus exclusively on the attractions, Silverstone differentiates itself with its theming and aesthetics. It starts with a giant castle visible from the roadway. This is very impressive and would not look out of place at a Universal theme park. It has brickwork, parapets, trebuchets, a giant knight statue by the entrance, and an entrance resembling a drawbridge. The side of the building is unthemed, but that has a very minor gripe. Most people will be looking at this place from the front or interior. The only reason you'd see the side is if you park towards the far end of the lot, which could happen if you visit on a busier day. Once inside, the great atmosphere continues as you have more medieval theming. The entry room has all sorts of photo opportunities, most notably a shiny suit of armor. If you bear left, you will find a large 2-story plaza. This branches off to most activities with doorways or windows looking into them. This is an airy space with a fountain, all sorts of crests on the wall, and even a few trees. Now, there are also a handful of paintings. These do add some life to the walls, but I believe a lot of them were AI generated, which unfortunately has become a growing trend in the entertainment industry. This place is very pleasant just to walk around, and as with most FECs, it is completely free to enter. What adds up are the individual activities. There are no all-inclusive wristbands, so you pay per attraction. It is also disappointing that you currently cannot see the prices online. I have seen a few people complaining about this on their Facebook page, and their response is that the website is new and they need time to update it. So hopefully they are posted in the future to avoid giving people sticker shock upon arrival. I plan to go over each activity, covering the price point, and sharing whether it is worth it relative to the area's other offerings. One tip I will give is to avoid weekends if possible. A few activities have surge pricing, costing $5 more per person. Then you also will have higher crowds. One of the most popular activities is the indoor go-kart track. This is a multi-level course with a tightly wound layout. It also has a lot of bells and whistles. The barriers have rainbow LED lights. Then this course features interactive power-ups like Mario Kart. You can get speed boosts, bombs, and shields when you drive over these stickers adjacent to TV screens. These are then activated via a button behind the steering wheel. It definitely adds in some strategy. Two cons with this track though. One, it is very narrow, so it is challenging to pass anyone. Two, the setup of the power-ups leads to erratic driving. Immediately after each power-up, you have a water spot sticker. If you hit this, you lose your power-up, so most people understandably want to avoid that. To do this, you immediately have to swerve sideways after gaining the power-up. I saw multiple people get sideswiped on busy days. This is one of those tracks where the winner is determined by fastest lap. Combined with a narrower course, I recommend visiting on a quieter day if possible. That also allows you to select your speed. This track has 3 speeds. If you have a lot of young kids, you will be in the lowest setting, which is 10 to 15 miles per hour. That is why I captured with my off-ride footage. Normally, they operate this on the middle setting, which is 15 to 20 miles per hour. But if it's a much smaller group of adults, you can request the highest speed of 30 miles per hour. This is what we experienced and made the track a lot more exciting. If you visit on a busy day, sign up for the go-karts immediately after arriving. Everyone is given a time slot. When we visited on a Saturday, times were being given out 1 hour into the future. Races are approximately 5 minutes in length. Each race costs $20 on weekdays and $25 on weekends. Go-karts are always expensive. This price point is higher than the go-karts at outdoor FECs like Seacon Grand Prix or Starland. However, that is cheaper than what the area's other indoor tracks charge. I think this is the area's most kid-friendly indoor track. I still think R1 Rhode Island has the best go-karts in the region though, as that track requires more skill and the karts are faster, but that one is not nearly as good for young kids. Next is the swimming pool. This is a very unique offering for an FEC. This water is heated, so it is comfortable year-round, and there are some thematic pieces such as a giant dragon head in the wall and a waterfall. When we peeked in there on a Saturday, the place was slammed with tons of kids running around. It reminded me of a bustling pool at a water park. When we revisited on a weeknight, the pool was quiet, more reminiscent of something at a nice hotel. The other perk of visiting on a weekday is that the pool pass costs $20, whereas it costs $5 extra on weekends, much like the go-karts. This is an awesome option if you're looking for a pool in the dead of winter. You would have to drive at least an hour to get to a Great Wolf Lodge, and you'd be paying considerably more. In the summer, you'll have some cheaper alternatives like public pools or the Rehoboth Country Club, but Silverstone's pool is nicer and it has some fun visuals alongside it. One activity that is way too overpriced is the rock wall, and I'm clearly not the only one who thinks that. I have not seen a single person do this in my 2 visits. It costs $12 for 3 climbs. This is your standard auto belay wall. The rock walls at the other nearby FECs are fancier and cheaper. Another option that may be a bit overpriced is the Kid Zone playground. This costs $10 for a day pass. On one hand, this one has some medieval theming and different obstacles. On the other hand, this one is not overly tall, so if your kid is looking for large climbs and bigger slides, I would recommend one of the play places at a nearby McDonald's instead. The next activity can be a good deal, and that is the arcade. If you pay individually per game, it is very overpriced relative to the area's other arcades. Many games cost at least $2, then some of the fancier ones cost upwards of $8. However, they offer unlimited passes as long as you forego tickets. I think this is a great value. You can play anything except the crane machines. It costs $20 for 30 minutes, or $30 for 60 minutes. I did the latter and played close to 50 games. The arcade can get very busy on weekends, which can cause slight delays if you're jumping game to game, or if you want to replace them. The arcade can get very busy on weekends, which can cause slight delays if you're jumping game to game, or if you want to replay something. But on a weeknight, you likely can play whatever game you want, whenever you want. This includes the large racing simulators, which are my personal favorites. Then you also could try the motion simulator and VR attractions as well. This place is loaded with modern games, and I thought they had a strong mix of everything. The main arcade is on the lower floor, but it also works in the activities in the billiards room on the second floor. This has a pinball machine, pong, darts, and billiards, and yes, your arcade pass even works in billiards, which was a nice surprise. Next, I want to highlight the Stone Tavern restaurant. This was the biggest surprise for me. I was expecting cheap amusement park food quality, but this is a full-fledged restaurant. The owner's Portuguese heritage shows, as there are some regional favorites like Portuguese steaks and shrimp Mozambique. I thought the steak was solid, but the highlight was the fish and chips. The portion was huge, and I like how it was cod, versus most other restaurants in the area that use haddock. Prices are also very fair compared to the area's other restaurants. Meals are $15 to $30, and the portions are good. Compare that to some theme parks and FECs that way overinflate basic food. I also like the decor inside, especially the giant dragon on the ceiling. Then keep an eye out for special nightly events such as karaoke. On that note, this venue loves special ticketed events. This is another differentiator from the other nearby FECs. I have already seen a Dungeons & Dragons dinner show and a wrestling match advertised. Then this venue also lets you rent it out for weddings, or you can host a birthday party. I could see the latter becoming quite popular with kids. I'm not sure what the different packages cost, or if they give a large group discount though, because again, prices currently are not on their website. The final attraction this place offers is a gift shop. They have a lot of 3D printed trinkets. They also have a ton of signs, including some patents of different Disney attractions for theme park fans such as myself. Could they expand further? I definitely think it's possible. I'd love for the pool complex to potentially expand to include some water slides to allow it to better compete with the region's indoor water parks. Then I'm not sure how much space they have to expand upon the castle, but a themed escape room would be cool as well. But I know they still have the outdoor space available where the former FEC's mini golf course once was, so I'm intrigued to see what they do there. 2 final notes. 1. All staff members I've interacted with have been friendly. 2. The place is long hours. Right now, it is open until midnight most nights. But given how the venue is new, please check their website to see if they tweak their hours going forward. Right now, they are closed Monday and Tuesday, but that could change, especially once school vacation happens. Do I recommend Silverstone Castle? If you're in the area, yes. This is a nice FEC. I love how this place looks. You may just want to pick and choose the activities you do because some things can be on the pricier side. I think the interactive go-karts are fun, if you can try them at the fastest setting on a quieter day. The unlimited games pass to the arcade is my favorite value there, as we played way more games than we would have at something like Dave & Buster's. And that pool is a good option for days with inclement weather. But the highlight for me is the restaurant. I think the food is the main thing that'll keep me coming back as a local. Those are my thoughts on Silverstone Castle, the new FEC in Swansea, Massachusetts. What are your thoughts on this place? Have you been? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.